started to do research, and once you started, you decided that you wanted to change your side. Well, I truly believe that Bigfoot didn't exist until I started to do my research, and now I truly think he does exist. I watched several of the Monster Quest videos on the History Channel website, as well as on YouTube. I only have a few minutes, but I want to convince you non-believers out there that Bigfoot really does exist. In the Bigfoot book by Lauren Coleman, she describes Bigfoot, also known as Sasquatch, as a 6 to 9 foot creature that weighs 600 to 900 pounds. I am going to prove Bigfoot does exist by talking about the Patterson film, along with the endangered species list, followed by explaining why there are no remains of Bigfoot. First, I would like to show you the Patterson film. I don't know if any of you know about the Patterson film, but a man heard of this mysterious creature and he wanted to go look for him. So he traveled across states and rented a camera. And this is the footage, and it is apparently the only credible Bigfoot footage in the world. It's a little shaky because he's running after him. But that's him. Is that crazy or what? This is a restored footage because the original is this is clear for you guys to see. So I chose this one instead of the original. That's him walking away. Okay, on the History Channel there was a full episode on Bigfoot explaining the Patterson film in detail from Bill Munns. Bill Munns goes over the Patterson film in great detail. Bill Munns is a costume designer that gets his credibility from the hit TV series Walking Dead. Bill Munns does a full analysis on the actual original copy of the Patterson film that was shot in 1967. He got this film that was locked in a safety deposit box for 30 years. Bill states that the video is authentic and he analyzed it frame by frame. He assures that the film is not a hoax and that it is 100% real. I don't understand why some random person would just be walking around in the woods with some suit on pretending he's Bigfoot. The Bill Munns analysis on YouTube states that proportionally no human could make a suit like that. He showed a comparative anatomy of Bigfoot compared to a human being. And the torso is way too long and the legs are unproportional. The Bigfoot's legs, their femurs are way longer and their calves are way shorter than a human. So that's why it's impossible. So if they tried to make a suit, the body parts wouldn't even line up. So it is very unlikely that there is a human in a suit pretending to be Bigfoot. He found that the creature was about 6 to 7.5 feet tall, which is above average for us humans. The video shows the dense muscles of the creature, and if a man were to be wearing a suit, you would never be able to see the definition of the creature's muscles. Instead, you would see sagging or bulging from the costume. If I were to stuff a pillow in my shirt acting like I'm pregnant, you could tell it was fake. Bill Munns tried to copy the video, and even with today's technology, it was impossible for him to do, and he had an epic fail. So I was a non-believer before, but now I really believe after watching his analysis. Next is Sasquatch being on the endangered species list. After researching the endangered species program, Russia first put Sasquatch on the endangered species list in 1965, followed by Germany, and France in 1967. Later, the United States government put Sasquatch on their endangered species list in 1974. Why would the government put Sasquatch on the endangered species list if it didn't exist? They later removed him in 2008 for his own protection. The endangered species list is basically, if an animal's on it, it is protected by the federal government. But if Bigfoot was on the list, they took him off. Some people believe they took him off for his own protection, because people would actually hunt him more than if he wasn't on the list. So the last thing I ask myself is, if Bigfoot really existed, why don't we find any body remains? Well, Bigfoot experts on the Monster Quest of the History Channel state that Bigfoot buries their dead. And this sounds like a valid explanation to me, because we as humans bury our dead. So after doing all this research, I hope that you can see that Bigfoot does exist. There's information on him existing rather than non-existing. And people actually are petitioning for that Bigfoot to be on the endangered species list. And there's books and articles about him. So it's hard not to see it. Thank you.